Hello, everybody. I'm Melissa, and welcome back to Book Bar, and welcome to the start of another vlog. Yes, I am starting another vlog in my car. It just happens that most vlogs start in a week, and I'm at work when I start them. But I am going to be starting my Pick Pongathon vlog. Pick Pongathon is hosted by Krystal from Bond Book Reviews, and it's all month of August, but I got 5 prompts. I'm just doing 5, and that's all I'm gonna do because I also have my TBR game, and I had the Romance Takeover Readathon, and I had all sorts of other things. So I have a couple other vlogs that I'm working on, so I'm just gonna do the 5 and put them all on this vlog. So I have to read a book in a different format. I'm probably going to do a novella. I don't tend to read a ton of novellas, so I'll probably do that. Then I'm going to continue a series. I am going to be reading Blindside by Candy Steiner. I don't know that this actually has a series name, but the first book was Fair Catch, and everyone has been just absolutely loving this book, and I'm really excited for it because it's got like the teach me trope and fake dating, which I just love that. So I'm gonna be reading that, and then I have to read a book from the library, so I will probably be reading Office BFFs because I have to borrow that from the library. I also have a couple other books that I have checked out, so I could do one of those. And then I have to read an audiobook. I'm going to do Puck Me Secretly by Odette Stone because I have that on AnyPlay, which is an audio book format. Different format. Continue a series, library, audiobook. And I have my handy dandy thing right here that has a pet pick. So I will either do a random number generator, or I will, when I go to my aunt's house next week, I will use her pet to pick either the governess game or a Duchess a Day, or Never Judge a Lady by her cover, and possibly a different book. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's all I'm doing for now. I might just end up doing a random number generator depending on where I am and what I need to do, but that's all I have for now. I need to go to work because it's obviously a work day, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Hello. I finished my first read for the Pick Pongathon readathon. I read my novella, which was my different format book. I read Once Upon a Winter's Eve by Tessa Dare. It was the first novella in this Middle Cove series, so like happens after the events of A Night to Surrender. It was fun. It was cute. I gave 4 stars. Like, it wasn't anything like spectacular. I think it was good that it was a novella. I don't think I could have read a whole novel about these 2 characters. They were both kind of inseparable. It was kind of like a second chance romance, and the only part I loved of it was, I gave it 4 stars. It was fine. It was cute. The romance was adorable. The reasons why he ran away made sense. Why she was in Spindle Cove made sense. But my favorite part was that Bram and Susanna were having a baby. It was like mentioned in this. So, but yeah, it wasn't anything spectacular. Like, it was fine. I give it 4 stars. Although I rated Night to Surrender 3.5, and I gave this one 4. Had it been any longer, it probably would have been lower. But it's just it's a novella. So it was an easy read, quick read, got through it really fast. So the next book that I'm going to read will probably be my library pick, which is going to be The Office BFFs by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsley. They're the two, they play Pam and Angela on The Office. So they have like a podcast where they go watch the episodes and talk about them. And so they decided to write a book, and I love The Office, so I decided I would pick up their book, and it'll probably be funny and a good time. So yeah, that is all I have for now. I'll talk to you all when I get to the end of the next one. Bye. Hello. I have finished The Office BFFs. I didn't do a 50% check-in because there was really no point in doing it. It's a nonfiction book about Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey and their friendship that came from being on The Office together. They played Angela and Pam, and it was so fun. It was such a cute story about friendship and about The Office. It was emotional. I actually like teared up a couple times because I loved The Office, and like there was just stories about like, you know, their friendship and the friendship with the other cast members, and you know, the things that they did to lift each other up on set and to help each other out, and like, you know, like every friendship, their times of trial where they, you know, Angela was going through, like, was at a different stage in her life than Jenna was, and they kind of like took a backseat to their friendship for a little while, and then like they talked it out and they became, you know, and they got really close again, and it was just a really good like story about friendship, and obviously also with like tidbits about The Office, and so it was great. I give it 5 stars, of course. And I'm also halfway through Blindside by Candy Steiner, which is like my continuing series, and I am loving it. It's like got all of my favorite tropes. It has the like teach me trope, and it's very like swoony. Like Gianna is the like PR person for the NBU basketball or NBU football team, and Clay used to be this very like outgoing guy and like was very good with the media and everything, and Gianna never thought she had to worry about him until he like completely blows an interview before the season. Well, comes to find out that he got his girlfriend of like his high school sweetheart broke up with him right before the season started, and so he's kind of going through it, and she like makes a deal with him that she will keep him, like she won't have him do any interviews, but he has to do one more on chart day. And he notices, they are at this coffee shop, and he notices that she's kind of got a thing for this musician, and he says, I will do that. I will have a great interview, but we're going to do something. We're going to fake date, and you're going to get this guy to fall for you, and I'm going to get my ex back. Well, of course, fake dating, where eventually he learns that she is a virgin, and she's like, I want you to teach me and to like help me get rid of my virginity. And so of course they're going to fall for each other. And I mean, I'm at about halfway, and you can tell like they're both kind of starting to have feelings more than just in their pants. And she's a super bookish girl, and she reads romance novels, and so he took a couple of her romance novels, and he like looked at like the things that like she was like highlighting and underlining and tabbing and things, and so he's like said some of those things to her, and he's like doing some of those things with her. And the dream of a man doing that, just so cute. And yeah, I am nervous because obviously I kind of have a feeling I know what the third act conflict is going to be, and I just feel like it's gonna break me, but I'm really loving this. Like, I could see it being 5 stars. So yeah, that is all I have for now. I need to go because I need to shower really badly. And yeah, I will talk to you all in the next one. Hello. I just finished Blindside by Candy Steiner, which was my like continuing a series prompt for Pick Pongathon, and 5 stars. That book was amazing. It made me laugh, it made me cry, it made me swoon. Clay broke my heart, and then he put it back together, and it was just beautiful. I adored it. Like I said, 5 stars. The third act conflict was not so much that it it was a big part of the story, but it made sense, and it was Clay being Clay, doing Clay-like things, putting other people ahead of himself, and just the chapter where they broke up, I had a visceral reaction. My like heart felt like it was breaking in that chapter. It was beautiful. I absolutely loved it. I'm glad I gave Candy Steiner's sports romances a second chance, because fantastic, phenomenal, just beautiful. 5 stars. I loved it so much. But yeah, now I am going to try to do some sort of pet pick. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I don't have a pet. And I don't really want to wait to go to my aunt's where she has a pet. So I might do like a spin the bottle-y type thing. Because, I mean, I love wine. I can pretend like wine's my pet. I don't know. We'll see what I end up doing. But, yeah, that is all I have for now. I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye! Hello, hello. I have finished my pet pick, which, if you watched the last clip, I did a spin the bottle because I just felt like that would be a good one. And I ended up getting Never Judge a Lady by Her Cover. I did not update you at the 50% mark because I was just really enjoying my time reading it and didn't want to stop to film. So this was my pet pick, my wine pick. And it's Duncan and Georgiana. Why do I keep calling her Georgina? Georgiana. And Duncan is the like newspaper author. Like he writes for the newspaper and does all that fun stuff. And he is dead set on determining who Chase is. Chase is the fourth owner of the Fallen Angel Gambling Hell and Gentleman's Club, and he is determined to figure out who Chase is. He actually discovers a secret about Georgiana, and he thinks that Chase owns her. Can't say much more because this is the fourth book, and the reveal of who Chase is just fantastic, and I don't want to say anything so people aren't spoiled. But yeah, I had a great time. I gave it 4.5 stars. It's my second favorite book in the series, but I can't say a ton because it would be a spoiler. So I just need to finish my last book, which is my audiobook, and that is I'm going to listen to Puck Me Secretly by Odette Stone. I think, probably. I might switch it up. I don't know. You'll find out later. But that is all I have for now. I'll talk to you on the next one. Good afternoon. Sorry if you can hear my AC. It is way too hot for me to have it on. But I am halfway through Puck Me Secretly by Odette Stone. I'm hoping I finish it on my drive. But basically, the heroine, can I think of what her name is? I don't know. Whatever her name is. Rory. She is flying back to Vancouver from New York, and she is in a plane crash, and while the plane is going down, she admits to her neighbor on the plane that she has never had an orgasm, and so he tells her that he can make her have an orgasm. Well, of course, they survived the plane crash, and they end up staying the night at a hotel, and they hook up in the hotel. But he says, like, I can't see you after this. Like, I can't see you in Vancouver. I can't have any distractions. Well, the next day she goes to work for her father, who is the owner of the Vancouver Wolves, or the GM of the Vancouver Wolves. And she goes to, like, be his assistant. And lo and behold, the man that was sitting next to her is on the plane, is the new player for the Vancouver Wolves, who has a messed up past and a lot of history. And so now, of course, they're going to have this push and pull bantery thing, and they just become friends. And her, like, what just happened is her mom caught them together. They weren't doing anything, but, like, he was, like, holding her, like, had picked her up off the ground, and then she admitted, like, Rory admitted to her mom that Max was in the plane crash with her, and he took care of her, and that she doesn't think he is this bad guy that everyone makes him out to be. And so yeah, I have a feeling that the coach and the media girl are not very good people. I think that they're into some sort of cahoots to try to get Max out, and they probably have something to do with Max's secret. So I'm interested to see how this all goes. I'll update you all when I get to the end. Talk to you later. Hello. I'm here to close out my vlog for the Pick Pongathon. Pick Pongathon is still going on, so you can still participate if you want to. But I was only going to do a week of it, and so I have finished my week of doing it because I have other books that I want to read, and I just can't. The prompts are pretty broad, but it's like also it kind of pigeonholes me a little bit. I don't have too many other things that I want to read. I need to read the rest of this month, so, and I'm also, like, my mom is visiting, so I probably won't get a lot of reading done the next couple days. But yeah, I finished Fuck Me Secretly. I think it's a 3.5 star. I just felt like, and I will continue the series because I've heard it only gets better. I just felt like there was a lot of trauma and a lot of sexual assault that happened. None of it by the hero to the heroine or anything like that. But a lot of, like, talk of sexual assault and just, like, a lot of, like, the beginning kind of dragged, and then the end, it was, like, ramped up to 100 with, like, 3 different sexual assaults and arrests and all sorts of craziness that happened, and there was a crazy SWAT team moment, and it was just a lot thrown in. And I also probably should not have listened to the audiobook because the female narrator, like, she was not the best. It was only, well, that's the other thing, it was only single perspective, so it was only from the female's perspective, which, like, there were times where I was like, we could really use Max's perspective, like, when something happens with him and the third act conflict happens, what was going through his head and why he did what he did. It would have been great to have, like, his perspective of, like, why he was making the choices he was making. But yeah, so it was like 3.5 stars. I'll probably round it up to 4 on Goodreads. It was nothing, like, spectacular, but I have heard, like, Home Game, I think is what it's called. Possibly. That could be a different series. There's the second book is, like, fantastic, and the third book I've heard, which is, I can't think what it's called. I don't even know. But yeah, also this book had, like, a very mustache twirly villain. Like, he was just completely unhinged, and you could tell he was unhinged from the beginning, and, like, yeah, it was all very kind of convenient how it all happened. But I read my 5 books for my 5 prompts. I read my novella, which was Once Upon a Winter's Eve. I gave that 4 stars. It was a novella. It was nothing special. That was my different format. I don't read a ton of novellas, so that's why I did that. Then I did a book I borrowed from the library, and I read The Office BFFs by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsey. They were Pam and Angela on The Office. I gave that 5 stars. It was fantastic, and I borrowed it from the library. I tend to borrow nonfiction from the library because I don't necessarily need nonfiction because I'm never going to reread it. And then I had my audiobook was Fuck Me Secretly, and I gave that 3.5 stars. Audiobook, pet pick, or audiobook, Libby, novella, or different format. My pet pick, I used played Spin the Bottle and did, like, a wine pet pick. And that I read Never Judge a Lady by Her Cover by Sarah McLean. I gave that 4.5 stars. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And the last book that I read, I can't even think about it right now. I feel like it was a book I really enjoyed too. But for some reason, Blindside by Candy Steiner, which was continuing a series. And I gave that 5 stars. Probably one of my favorites of the month. Absolutely adored it. So yeah, I had a great time. Thank you, Krystal, for this super fun readathon. I wish I could do more, but I just know my reading taste, and I'm too much of a mood reader to do more prompts, especially with my own Uno TBR, which I have used some of these for Uno, so it works out. But yeah, I had a great time, And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. It really helps me out. And I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye!